Hello, and welcome to a little video about the Unit 5 review. In number 1, what we're going to do is translate the square. What it says first here is T Sm prime square. The order of the letters is important because we are going to translate the square, the distance and direction of Sm prime. So I'm going to draw Sm prime. I'm going to give a quick shot at copy and pasting that same distance to point E. I'm going to redraw that line. Beautiful. At the end of the arrow that's connected to E, I'm going to draw a little dot, call it E prime, and do my best to draw that same square. Ooh, my drawing on this one's going to be rough, but let's give it a shot. T Lm prime parallelogram. This means we're going to translate the parallelogram, the distance and direction of Lm prime. What I meant to say was L prime N, not Lm prime. L prime N. Anyways, I'm going to copy and paste. Oh, oops. I'm going to copy and paste this distance, L prime M, to point P. There it is. And at the end of that arrow, I'm going to write point P prime. I'm going to redraw this arrow. This is going to be rough, but I'm going to do my best at drawing that same parallelogram. We're going to pretend that's the same. In this one, we're going to translate the rectangle, the distance and direction of AB. Again, the order of the letters matters. I'm going to draw my arrow from A to B, and then I'm going to copy and paste that same arrow. I'm going to give that another shot. Same arrow to point P. At the end, I don't like that. Change it back to blue. There we go. At the end of that arrow, we're going to draw a little dot and call it P prime. And then we'll do our best to draw that same rectangle. Let me redraw that A, B. Whoa, that's ugly. Let's try that one more time, Gumin. Beautiful. All right. For number 2 through 4, what we're going to do is tell whether or not the diagram shows an isometry or not. Isometry means that to get from one image to another, from the original to the new one, the size and shape of the image does not change. In number 2, those two triangles look exactly the same. Yes, isometry. Number 3, yeah, those are the same triangles, but one's flipped. That's fine. Yes, isometry. Number 4, oh, one of the triangles is larger. Whether the small triangle became large or the large triangle became small, they are no longer the same. Not isometry. And finally, number 5, yes, those are the same exact triangles. They are isometric. Onwards we go. Ooh. What you doing, OneNote? What do we do? Oh, there we are. Thank you. Thank you. That was kind of rude. Anyways, for number 6 and number 7, what we're going to do is complete the given reflection. Now, some of you are going to be awesome at drawing these shapes, just like right away and labeling them. I cannot. So I'll show you how I like to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect every point to the middle line, the line of reflection, and then I'm going to copy and paste that same distance to the other side of the line. The first thing I'm going to do is Z, connecting Z to the middle. And then I'm going to not draw a pink circle. I'm going to copy and paste that same distance to the other side. And I'm going to call it Z prime. Next, I'm going to connect Y to the middle. Copy and paste that distance to the other side. And go back to green. And at the end of it, I'm going to make it a Y prime. And lastly, I'm going to connect S. Oh man, this is a long one to be straight. You could do this, Gumin. There we go. I connected S to the middle. And I'm going to copy and paste that same distance. I'm going to copy and paste that same distance from P, that middle line, to the other side. At the end, I'm going to call it S prime, and then I'm going to connect these 3 dots. And here I have a mirror image of that same triangle. This is a trapezoid. We're going to do our best to draw it. It's going to be kind of wacky when I do. It always is. But we're going to do our best and we're going to label. So first I'm going to connect letter E to the middle. And then I'm going to copy and paste that same distance to the other side. E prime. Next, I'm going to connect O to that middle line. Copy and paste that same distance to the other side. Notice how E and O were the closest to like the well, actually, you know what? I'm going to wait to say that to the end. JK? Forget I said it. Next, I'm going to connect R to that middle line. And I'm going to copy and paste that same distance to the other side. I'll stop changing the color. R prime. And lastly, let's give G a try. Okay. Now notice when we finish drawing this, you know what? This is better than I expected, so I'll take it. But notice how that O and R, the original ones, I'll highlight it so you see. This part, they're closest to the line of reflection, N. So are these 2 points, O and R. So we want to just make sure as you're drawing and labeling that you're not just translating. So you're not just moving the image. O and R stay on the inside, E and G stay on the outside of that line. Okay, good job us reflecting. Now let's do some rotations. When we're rotating, we have 2 directions to rotate, clockwise and counterclockwise. Let's draw a clock. Now it's a highlighter, Gumin. Clock is with a pencil. There we go. Here's a nice clock. When we go clockwise, so in this direction, this is actually the negative direction. When we go counterclockwise, this is the positive direction. So, in number 8, I'm asking which diagram shows the rotation RC 90 ABCD. What that means is where's the rotation around point C going 90 degrees counterclockwise using that rectangle ABCD and becoming A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. The way I like to do it is I just focus on one of the letters and see which direction it goes. So in letter A, I'm just going to focus on A. To get from A to A prime, I'm going this way, which is clockwise. It's not A. In letter B, going from A to A prime is counterclockwise. Fantastic. And just so you see, for letter C, from A to A prime, it could go in either direction, to be honest, but it's not 90, it's 180. So it's not C, and clearly we do have a diagram that shows our answer. For number, oh well, I already printed it. For number 9, and it should be 10, what we're going to do is do some rotations. So we're going to do here, for the first one, is we're going to rotate the rectangle I put 2 R's. Oh well, QRRS around point X, and we're going to go negative 90. Negative 90 is clockwise, so we're going to be turning our rectangle like this, in that direction. Okay, this is how I like to do it. Some of you are amazing and can see it without doing all of this. Not me. I'm going to connect Q to X. 90 degrees is an L shape. I'm going to open my L shape according to this top arrow. That means Q prime will be right there. And just to double check, to go from Q to Q prime, I am going clockwise. All right, I'm going to do the same thing with this first R. Oh boy, it's hard for me to draw these 90-degree angles, but I believe in myself. Let's try it one more time. Decent. That looks like okay 90 degrees. Let's do the same thing with S. S prime. And then we're going to do R prime as well. Oh man, my rectangle is going to be awful, but that's okay. It has 4 sides. It does. I did a 90-degree turn clockwise around point X. I'm going to delete these lines. Um, I feel like Q should probably be more like here. But here's us turning our rectangle. It's so ugly. That's okay, Gumin. It's okay. It is what it is. Here's the rectangle. And I opened it 90 degrees clockwise. You know what? I think I could do better. Give me a second. I'm just so embarrassed. That's so ugly. Okay. Well, one more time. L. L shape. Opening. All right, that's 90 degrees. I feel like I can do this. I believe in myself. That's almost. That's a little better. Okay, let's call that R prime. And let's grab this R, connect it to X. No, too narrow. Alright, it's ending up here now. Let's do S. It's gonna be my last shot. Is it going in the right direction? No, it does look like it's going in the right direction. Okie dokie. Let's give it a shot. I think this looks better, but that's okay. Anyways, let's continue. We turned it. Okay, let's do this triangle now. Positive 90 means counterclockwise, which means we'll be going that away. All right. All right. All it takes is self-belief. We got this. We got this, woman. All right. K connects to E. We're opening counterclockwise. K prime. I'm gonna connect V. Oh, I don't want to use purple again. Let's do blue or green. V to E. 90 degree. V prime. And H to E. 90 degree-ish. H prime. It's a triangle, okay? It's a triangle. And it's rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise. I'm not going to try this one again. I know the limitations of my art. Alright, number 10. Circle the figures that have no lines of symmetry. Lines of symmetry are lines that divide an image into perfect halves. Okay, this one has lines. This one can be split in half. This one cannot. This can be split in half. This cannot. This can be split in half. This cannot. That darn handle. This can be split in half. This definitely cannot. Number 11. Let's draw all the lines of symmetry. Let's do it. Little hint here. The amount of sides we have is the amount of lines we should have. Lines of symmetry because of these irregular shapes. So we got one here, one here, one here. So 3 for 3 sides. This has 6 sides. That means we'll have 6 lines. First, definitely through the points. 1, 2, and 3. And then we can go through the flat parts. 1, 2, oops, 2, and let's reuse purple, 3. 6 lines. This is a heptagon, 7 sides. We'll have 7 lines. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay! Number 12. Let's describe the isometries that show the two figures are congruent. Okay, well, it looks like this happened first. So this is a translation. Then it looks like we flipped reflection. Translation and reflection. Number 13, let's see what's happening here. Alright, so the original image is this top one, and then this is the newest one. So it looks like I rotated 30 degrees. Rotated 30 degrees. And then it looks like created a mirror image. So reflected. Number 14, ooh, our last one, and full of translations here and rotations. Let's see. So we start off at this image, end up at that one. It looks like first I rotated around point Q, and it looks like I went 180 degrees. Okay. Rotated, because it flipped. 180 degrees, about Q. And then translate it up. Perfect. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know, or whoever else is helping you with studying for this unit. Thank you for tolerating my art. And good luck on your test. Have a wonderful rest of whatever day it is for you. Bye.